going. Oh, look at the pile. Right.
It's a good pile.
Right.
It's a fine pile.
You want to say hi?
You do it.
Okay. Hi, we're Skating Polly. And
Hands of Gretel.
yeah, that's true. We're doing a question answer.
Yeah. These questions have been asked from people on Facebook they have, right? It's Facebook. Yes.
Yes.
Right, who's going to begin? I'll begin. I don't quite know what to do. Who do I ask? Okay. I picked the right. Right. Okay, I'm going to ask you this, Kelly. Pineapple on pizza.
Man, I get asked this all the time. It's really personal, but yes, I love pineapple on pizza. Babes in Toyland says, what do I say about my food? Keep your fucking fruit off my fucking food.
Ah, Christ.
We've picked all the stupid ones first.
Okay, I don't think there are any non-stupid ones.
Don't call them stupid. You're gonna hurt their feelings.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There are no stupid questions.
This
It's a
is
silly
a
one.
beautiful question, both in
This
heart,
amazing
soul,
one.
and in physique, as you can see the shape of it. If you had 3 magic wishes,
3.
what would you use them for?
Sam first.
Sam first.
I've not had time to think.
Exactly.
3 magic wishes.
You got a genie
One,
who's
it would
busy.
be unlimited wishes.
You can't do that.
Okay, the
Well,
genie
that's
would
what in the
kick you in the
contract.
balls then.
Right, okay.
With his tail thing.
Okay, first one would be I get to decide my own death and way of death.
Okay.
And whether it's, and how long. So if I want to live forever I can, if I want to part
On behalf
I can.
of the genie, I'm going to say that's a bit fucking great.
Well, that wasn't stipulated in the question.
I'd need a in fact, I'm the genie. I'm having a drink for a second.
Okay, I got mine. Invisibility cloak, the Elder Wand, and the Resurrection Stone.
Oh, God.
I am the ruler of all the wizards.
Oh, and then I'd like the ability to never, ever, ever lose my voice, no matter how many
Oh,
times I
God.
scream. Just like to constantly have. Oh no, that's a rubbish one.
Hopefully there's a spell
great-
that I can
Yeah.
cast with my
One-
Elder
one
Wand
to
to do
ca-
that, because I like that wish.
Yeah.
That's a good wish.
One to kind of just always have the power and never feel tired. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
And eat, like seriously, like a wish, like if I could have 3 wishes, I think be able to eat nonstop, never feel sick, and
Yeah.
never gain weight from it. Just
That'd be good.
always be able to eat constantly. Because food's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
That is the dream. That is the dream.
Which song from the other band would you most like to cover?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
I want
Bigger Than Me or
Yes.
Awfully Miserable.
Oh yeah, you like
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. this is-
I was gonna say Bad Egg.
Yeah, that was gonna be.
heartache.
I don't
gonna
know.
say-
They outnumber you. So.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say as drummer, I'd like to do the Hail Mary because the fucking the toms, man. Every
Since
time.
we started playing with it, that's been stuck in my head
Yeah,
every
so
bloody day.
good.
That's true.
Oh, that's I don't know.
It's-
Maybe like
Fun.
I like Placid, and I like Ugly. Ugly, I always like that one.
Oh, when you got first started to come after the gig, Ugly kept getting stuck
Ugly,
in my
that
head.
was
right?
it. That was the first. That was the
and I was like, what?
Ugly. That was the first one that I ever heard of you. Was that one on YouTube?
Yeah.
But Hail Mary, all of them.
Because Hail Mary for me, I feel like I could like walk down into a coal mine going
Last.
da.
Although, listen, this is the one you sing, and I don't know what it's called. It goes Oh, it's right. You're right. Aggressive on it. There's
For the View. Is it the one that I play right after Hail Mary?
Drain.
If it is the stars I lost.
That one. Oh, I love that
Yeah.
one.
For the
That
View.
one's
Yeah,
class.
that's what that's called.
Yeah, that one's cool because like
That one.
I feel like not a lot of people know the lyrics to it because they're pretty like fast paced
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'm always trying to read what you're saying, and I just.
Yeah,
I think I've got it wrong.
but when we play it live, people go nuts always. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I forgot
I
about
love
this
that
song.
That one's cool.
Yeah. Right.
Sam has short arms.
which is terrible for a drummer, really. I also can't read, so this is gonna go well. Do you think women are underrepresented on the festival scene?
Sam, you have to answer first.
Do I? I'm doing this all wrong. Do I answer first then, or do I
Ask
delegate?
whoever.
I'm gonna ask somebody. Okay.
Yeah, totally. I mean, in general, I don't know about like what the festival scene would be considered, but like, you know, in music generally,
We'll go major festivals then.
major
Big
festival. Like if Coachella, yeah, definitely. You know, the only people that really seem to like women that'll make it to that level are like you have to be Beyonce or like Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And then if you have like the best, you know, then you have like the indie people like Mitski or somebody, but like you don't really see all those people are applauded for being women. It's not so much that they have this narrow thing they have to operate in where they will never be seen as just a rock band like the Strokes. You know what I mean? It's like you always have to operate out of like, oh, maybe they're a Riot Girl band because they're a girl. You know?
Yeah, that's so
you get that, don't you?
bogus. Yeah,
you
because
get put into that.
Well, and then like they go, you've worked with so many Riot Girl bands, L7, Babes in Toyland, Veruca Salt, and then I have to like politely be like, none of those bands like being called Riot Girl.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. But like, yeah, and all of those bands actually, as far as I know, have had like dealt with weird discrimination at festivals actually, where they felt like they like what was the one that toured? Was it Lollapalooza? Is that the one that used to go to several places?
Yeah.
Like Babes was on that, but they only let them play for half of it. And then they replaced them, you know, like a guy band finished it off. And L7 was trying to get booked on a major festival the year that they were doing all their reunion stuff, and they wouldn't book them, which was kind of ridiculous because they have so many freaking hits, and they're amazing live, and they're perfect for festivals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who are Polly and Gretel?
Where are those dogs? No, I'm just
Well,
All right, you can start first.
This
That's
question intrigued. Giraffe
I
is
think-
intrigued.
That's a difficult one.
So, I mean, it's nobody. I mean, like, I can't, it's pretty funny to me, actually, when people come up and they're like, are you Polly?
That's what I get. I think I'm Gretel.
Are you Gretel? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nobody. We came up with that band name when we were really, really young, and in my head, it seemed like this obvious contradiction, because, like, I thought Polly's, like, a really feminine name, and I was really into roller derby, not actually doing it, but, like, I loved, like, Whip It, and I loved, like, I just loved how freaking vicious and masculine of a thing it is that girls are doing.
Yeah.
Like, spitting on each other, like, pumping each other
Yeah.
in the face. And so I thought it was, like, a nice, like, contradiction. I was like, and me and Peyton wanted to have stage names. Mine was going to be Kate. Peyton's Polly.
Yeah.
So, in a way, Peyton's Polly.
Yeah, your pal. Yeah. That's it. Gretel. Well, it's kind of my one's kind of obvious. It's from Hansel and Gretel. There's obviously the not nursery rhyme. What's it called? Fairy tale.
Yeah.
Fairy tale, and my one came from kind of the idea of Gretel being like a really strong female character in fairy tale, because usually the girls usually play like the damsel in distress, and they usually like Cinderella style, like they go for the prince, but like that one she like saved her brother and then burned the witch at the end, and then I was like, that's perfect. Like, is this the perfect thing?
There was no handsome woodcutter, no salvation
No.
from outside. It was just
No.
her going, I'm fucking
Yeah.
sick of this, I'm off home.
I liked like the imagery of like the sweets and stuff. There's also different parts to it because I was inspired. Obviously, there's a song by Babes in Toyland.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Handsome
And
Gretel.
when I was naming the band, I wrote down like a list of names, and I wrote like that handsome Gretel. But I was like, I can't have that one, but it sounds so good, but I can't have it because it's like Babes in Toyland. And then my mum was like, why don't you just change it to something else? And she said, maybe like do like hands off. And I was like, nah, that doesn't sound right. And then the more I said it, I was like, actually, I really like it. And then it just stuck, did it? And there wasn't actually even the name we were meant to have. It just, we wrote it down and we kept using it all the time, like this, right? Oh, the hands off Gretel. And then you say it and say it and say it, and then anytime you go to name it after that, it's like everything just felt wrong.
Sorry. What was life like for you at school?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was fine. I got to go, in middle school, I got to go to a really cool, like, art school and stuff. But even then, like, you know, you're just going to run into jerks everywhere you go. And, you know, I definitely did. But in elementary school, like, my 4th and 5th grade year, I got bullied really kind of bad. Not
Yeah.
like it.
No.
And I was like, oh, but I'm in a band. Like, listen to it. I mean, of course, 4th graders and 5th graders hated my band's music.
Did they
I think
actually?
maybe they thought it was cool too, but like they did not show that. They just thought like we were just amateur and weird, which
Yeah.
we were, but it was punk rock.
That's right. I'm all doing
School
it.
like for you, yeah.
Really crap. It kind of the same. Just kind of when you feel that nobody gets you at all. Everyone's really cliquey and really samey, and they've got like these little friend groups, and you're cast out of the friend groups. And I mean, I spent most of the time at school running away from school. Like, I was never really at school, and hiding in the toilets at school. And I used to hide in the toilets all the time. Through my lessons, I didn't go to my lessons either. I hated the teachers. They were horrible. And every single time they'd be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they were like, oh, I want to be a hairdresser. Or I want to be like, I don't know, something rap boring.
I like how hairdressers are acceptable, but like rock stars not.
And I'm like, I want to be a singer, and they're kind of like, just, you're not gonna be a singer. Like, everyone would say the same. Like, you need to pick something that will actually, like, something that will actually pay well, and you're not gonna get paid, and it's gonna be a bad, like, it's. Oh, we're out of time. No. Yeah.
Peyton, Curtis, Sam, Sean.
School was fine for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't fun, but it
Mhm.
wasn't bad. I mean, I went to a school that was just boring.
Yeah.
And, but since it was boring, I mean, there weren't any bullies. I just didn't talk to anyone. I just kind of, like,
Yeah.
went through it. Did it.
That's what you did, really, isn't it?
I fucking love school.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I love
Kurt had
school.
the best friends in the whole world. Like,
Yeah, I had great friends. I had great, you know.
I'd
like,
always
I
want
mean,
to steal his friends.
But like, you know, I liked English class. I liked history a lot, and like I would do, you know, I don't know, like every time I got into those things, it like opened up, like it was always through like the art lens. So it was like I'd learn about all the things that happened, or you know, the people who like mastered their craft with words or art in any form. And you get like kind of, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
always,
no,
like,
I do have to
interesting.
say, like, there were like several classes and like teachers that I had who were like my best friends.
Yeah,
And I mean, like, art's definitely a big one. My music teachers in elementary school were like my heroes. I really liked math for the longest time. I had this really cool math teacher, and then I got to skip 2 math grades, and then I had this really crotchety thing, like she was missing her pinky algebra teacher, and she hated me, and then I stopped liking math.
Who was that?
Yeah, but if she's a math teacher who can't
What
count the
was her
10 in
name?
her
I
fingers.
can't remember her name.
Was it the bodybuilder lady?
She last minute got like turned into the math teacher. They were gonna have this person who'd been there for a long time, and then they're like,
Oh, wait.
and up here she
I never
is.
had her, yeah.
She was horrible.
When the lyrics are too close to the heart and sensitive, leaving you exposed and vulnerable, how do you stay focused and able to share that all live?
When the lyric, I don't know. I kind of always try to write my lyrics under a couple of layers of like like poetry or storytelling, so that people can't just directly dig up into my shit. If that makes sense. I mean, like, I don't know. And I think Peyton does the same thing.
Yeah.
And we kind of have a code, and we can like sometimes understand our code, but everyone else just thinks we're like nuts, which probably makes sense. But you know, especially in the last record, I put some lyrics in there that were like literally like, you know, the thing that I was writing about, and because of how I would kind of like weave it between, you know, metaphors and whatnot, symbolism, like, you know, no one's in my heart. No one can tell what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's cool.
When I write them, well, actually, I started doing that when I first, Bird and Beauty Queen, when I did those, like, the lyrics are quite, like, I kind of wrote them a bit like a fairy tale, like I weren't talking about myself, but then I was talking about myself, but I kind of hide it in between. But then I did the Bedroom Sessions album, and that was completely the opposite. And I did one song about an ex-boyfriend, and that was quite rude. And then when I was like, my mum and dad had listened to it in the car, I was like, oh god. But yeah.
What plans for you to play together in the U.S.? I'd love to. I mean, like, I just, it's
We'd
just
love
gonna
to.
depend on that money, on that dough, so we can
That's
so
right.
we can bring these foreigners
That's
over.
it.
So get
That's
that dough
it.
together.
We just need money.
We need to make it rain.
Well,
Buy some t-shirts.
let's do these quickly. What we got?
Sorry,
What band inspires you the most?
there's a lot. I mean,
You gotta pick-
I guess
you
all
gotta
time
pick
most
one.
Beatles probably, but Breeders, Babes in Toyland. I don't know. You guys say yours.
Elliott Smith is in a band, but still Elliott Smith.
Yeah.
Neutral Milk Hotel, Perfume Genius is a big one right now.
Yeah, Curtis. Most.
Honestly, like
Can.
Sonic Youth. No, like
Sonic
not that I
Youth.
like want to rip off Sonic Youth all the time, but I do. And they're just hearing them, like their approach to music and everything. It all just kind of like, it's like, you know, you really all you have to have is ideas, you know.
If you two were to collab on a cover song, what would it be?
If you were to collab on a cover song, you two.
Dinosaur Jr., you get to pick it.
Ooh,
Oh, look at him now.
You're the one.
I get
the
to sing and play
game.
drums. You get to do everything else.
Let It Ride. Do you know
You
Let It
gotta
Ride?
sing.
Don't.
Yeah. What about what? Don't.
Don't. Don't. Oh, like a 12-minute version of Don't. I'll give you fucking distortion pedals for the drums.
Alright. My pick would have been, like, I think, what is it?
What's that first one off the album? I
Fucking
have
Repulsion.
the CD.
That's my
Oh,
favorite song.
Repulsion is
That's
it's off
my
the
favorite-
first. It's off the
yeah,
first album. Then
first-
that is a tune. Okay, I'll be up for it.
People try to discourage you from pursuing music as a career. Sam.
I think people in my town, because it's quite a small town, and it's like you go to work, come home, be depressed, and that's like the lifestyle. And they were like, "Man, just get a job. Like, don't worry about that." But
When did you start playing drums?
I'm about 19, but I've been playing guitar since I was 10. So I've been around music a lot of time. So my mum and dad, they were like super supportive, but people around my town weren't. So if anyone is watching, fuck you.
Time's up.
See you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
This is fun.
Faceless Paul Weller also says bye.
And the draft. And the draft.
And
Goodbye.
The true interviewer behind this. The journalist.
you're good.
Okay.
Awesome.
You guys have to play now, like immediately, huh? No.
What time?
Is there time for a neck in a can?
We got time for it. We got time
Oh
for
no,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
That must be stressful for you. It's
Yeah,
time to
should
go
be
to
into your
the.
third song by now. Hurry up.
Let's just start mid-song. Oh, right, sorry if no one heard the first three. We're wearing camouflage.
Just play the first three like double tempo.
I thought that was a fun one as well. God damn it.
We'll do a minor fret set and do everything twice.
We haven't written a set
Totally
list.
up
Can
for
you
that
write
one.
something?
Oh yeah.
Can you write the set
That's
list?
the only one I know, like the whole words.
No, you go.
Shoot, so bad egg, right? Okay, let me listen to that up here.
We was really glad when they asked us because we saw support Rose of Thailand, and I think I really loved Rose of Thailand, but then I saw them and they stole me completely. But it's really nice to always someone current that's rising, and you know when you can feel it, and it's that young energy. That's what I miss. And Kelly, right? I don't know what Kelly. We'll do. Kelly learned the words like about 10 minutes ago. But we're gonna do it right.
So I'm gonna fuck up this song for them.
Right, this next one's called Bad Egg. Kelly, you can just do whatever you like.
Okay, I'll try not to mess it up.
Right.
Here we go.
Ready, so.
Try not to get in your way.
I feel so bad I could choke. From the rain after wonderful weather and night. It's a long day, how cold and then it slides me. Another day of miserable weather and then it hangs me out. Like the cows and the people in leather and then it slides me. I'm really sad to not be playing with Skate and Polly now. They're going to Germany. But this is our last one. We've been Hands Off Gretel, and then you got Skate and Polly. So.